Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for a card making tutorial. Today I'm creating a Christmas card with lots of glitz and glamour. This is the first time that I've tried embossing my burlap ribbon, so let's do it together. I'm inking up to make sure that my Versamark sticky ink pad is really nice and juicy, and then I'm going to apply it down directly to the burlap ribbon. I've cut my strip of burlap a little bit longer than what I need so that it can be trimmed down nicely. Because I haven't tried this before, I'm being very careful to make sure that I allow myself enough length in case something goes a little awry. Gold embossing powder is sticking to the burlap ribbon with no problem at all. And as you can see, I'm really pleased to see that it embosses out just as well. Using my paper piercing tool is a nice way to keep my fingers from being burnt. We don't want to burn our fingers, do we? I'm using the Snowflake Sentiment stamp set, and instead of doing everything in gold, I thought it might be nice to bring in some pink tones. So I'm using Sweet Sugarplum to do some accent stamping. One of the stitched shapes dies in an oval is a nice way to create a medallion for the sentiment. Isn't this gorgeous paper? I forget exactly what the name of it is, but I think it's called Year of Cheer, and I'm going to list it in the video description along with all of the other products that I'm using. To give some metallic thread a place to stay put on the back of this card front, I've placed a mini glue dot, and that's enough to hold the thread in place. And I'm wrapping lots of gold thread around and putting it in not just a little central area, but moving it through the bottom third of the card area. This is going to help create a different look that's going to be like the gold lines are going to be spread out throughout the bottom portion of the card. Mini glue dots are going to adhere this gold ribbon in place. It is only embossed on one side, so if you try this, make sure that you grab the proper side of the burlap ribbon because it would be easy to not get the right side before you put the mini glue dots in place. But the glue dots are enough to hold it there where it belongs. So keeping the left hand side inside that area of the card, I'm going to trim away on the right hand side. I don't want to have a straight line, so I've moved my scissors crooked a little bit to try and make it look like a more natural cut. Adding a few enamel shapes in the same Sweet Sugarplum tones will help to spread that Sweet Sugarplum look around to the rest of the card and not have it just concentrated down to one area. At this point, I decided that I wanted to add a little bit more flair to the project. So using the Swirly Snowflakes Thinlits dies, I've used some gold glimmer paper to cut out a snowflake, and from the swirl die, I have another Sweet Sugarplum and a piece of vellum. I just used some scraps to make these die cuts. I didn't use a whole piece of cardstock. I tend to save small pieces of cardstock that I can maybe get some use out of. Attaching these little swirly pieces helped me definitely be able to see that the design needed something else, and it needed something that was maybe a sort of a distraction. So carrying more of that pink theme through the bottom, I added another die cut in pink as well. I'm also using pink for the inside of the card. So this card is definitely glitzy and gold, but with a little girly pink in there as well. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial. All of the supplies are available now in my online store. Thank you for choosing me as your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, as I'm so pleased to bring you more tutorials. Thanks again for watching this video. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day!